Wow, man. ASUSTAME one time. It's Thursday.
Hi.
Mini Friday.
Woo.
Te puedes chiflar un poquito. Hoy no más. Man, I can never get enough of Steve Jordan. Oye, el effect que le pone el acordeón. The effect, dude. We got Stevie Vavages here with us, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, Stevie? How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Feels good to be here.
On his damn phone, baby.
Welcome.
He's on his damn phone.
No,
He's watching the chat already.
I'm on the channel.
Yes.
I'm on the channel.
Yeah.
Trying to keep up with everybody here.
Yeah, dude, hey, good luck, bro.
All right? I'm about to give up pretty soon.
Yeah, dude, sometimes that shit goes too fast for me, bro. I mean, I'm everybody's like Metallica, and I'm like this. Yeah, hell yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special edition #PVT Thursday Night Live, man. ASUSTAME one time. We're here at the beautiful Society 204, a co-working community. It is an amazing building, and we have our offices in our studio. Actually, we don't have an office. We just have a studio here, okay?
It's a room.
Yeah.
It's a room.
It's a room. So Society 204, I'm showing you the script out here. It is right here. All right. So thank you. And by the way, there's some really great things happening with downtown Edinburgh, thanks to the people from Society 204. They want to renovate this like it used to look back in the day, man. They're going to renovate the Citrus Theater, which has been in Edinburgh for many, many years, and it wasn't being used. We've already had a tour of it inside, and we'll show you some video footage of it. But it is an old classic-style theater, and they're going to restore it. And, man, who knows? They might just ask... #PVT to do a few things there. You know what I mean?
I'm very excited, and I want to say congratulations to Nick and everyone else for taking on that that task.
Yeah.
But I know I have faith that they can make it extremely beautiful.
Hell yeah.
Extremely
We can't
beautiful.
wait. Downtown Edinburgh. It's going to be a place to be. Also want to thank Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women. Lose weight, feel younger and healthier again. Call them at 956-441-2188. Be sure to call them up, make an appointment, and start getting that quality of life, because summer's around the corner. You're going to want to have that energy so you can go out there and, go on vacation, because vacation takes energy, babe. Especially
Big time.
if you go somewhere like, you got to walk a damn theme park all day long, and then you get home and llegas a la casa después de la vacación and then go to work. Cállate la boca, shut up. So you got to be very, very full of energy, and if you're low on testosterone, it's going to slow you down. So give them a call. All right, the number is 956-441-2188. Also want to thank Joe's Master Service here in the heart of Edinburgh, Brotherhood. If you need anything done to your vehicle, oil change, tires, he's the man to call. 956-383-1882 is the number. We also want to thank the Green Hit. All right, boy. If you feel like relaxing and you feel like this, oh yeah. Yeah, they've got edibles, gummies, inhalants, and lotions, and infused oils of CBD to recuperate the body and mind. The Green Hit Smoke Shop in Far and Mission, Texas, all right? And last but not least, Roadie's Country Fried Chicken over there in Eagle Pass. Have you played in Eagle Pass, Vavages?
It's been a minute, but yeah, we've been there.
Dude, if you ever go play there, bro, you gotta go to Roadie's Country Fried Chicken, dude. They got some amazing.
I did hear about that. It was closed.
Oh, well, yeah, really?
Yeah, the day we went.
I thought, man, I don't know the hours, but what you got to do is call 830-773-9189, because I don't believe they're ever closed, are they?
I don't think so.
Maybe something had happened, man.
Yeah,
it was one of those days.
Because we did hear about that.
Dude, you got to go by. They got gizzards, bro, there, and you put some lemon on them and some, oh, man. It's
the
amazing.
Special sauce that they have for the gizzards.
And he won't let us know
for.
what's in that special sauce, right?
Nope, it's secret.
Yeah, dude, what's up with that, bro? We're going to have to go in there and break in and explode the safe and bring out the recipe and shit, Man, come on, Rick. Give us a little hint. That special sauce. Hot dogs, chicken, fried steak, fish, and shrimp. Indio Highway in Eagle Pass, Texas. Fastest drive-through in Texas, 830-773-9189. All right, so that's Roadie's Country Fried Chicken. And like I said, we've got Stevie Vavages, man, an amazing Bajo Sexto player from Texas, bro?
Arizona. From Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Is that where you're living right now?
I'm actually here in San Antonio.
Oh, you're in San Antonio.
Yeah.
You relocate. How long has it been since you've been out of Arizona?
4 years.
4 years? 4 years?
4 years.
Oh, okay, I said 4 years. I thought it was like 4 years. Like, you know what I mean?
It's been only
Forever. It's
it's been only 4 years, and
Yeah.
I'm digging it, man. A lot has happened within 4 years. So
How old are you, bro?
38.
38 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were born and raised in Arizona? Or?
Yeah. Well, again, like I'm full-blooded Native American. I'm from the Tohono O'odham Nation, which is on the border of Mexico and Arizona.
Uh-huh.
So the village I'm from is called Onagum.
Okay.
So that's where I was born and raised.
Yeah, and I've always been intrigued because I've been to a reservation before, and when people go to reservations, it's to the casinos and do something and then go and then leave, right? I mean,
for the most part, it just depends. Yeah.
You know, we were watching the movie Yellowstone, right? Have you seen
Yes.
Yellowstone, dude? All right, so you know, and so you kind of, that's the perception that they're giving us, or they're giving us that idea of how a reservation is. Tell me a little bit about Yellowstone and the way the cops are in the reservation. I know there's a lot of excess killing
Like
and
the way
shit,
they
right?
portray it,
but
we
that's
know it's not.
you know, right?
Yeah, it's just a little more fake. That's fake. No, it's chill on the res. It's just peaceful, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the community I'm from, like the nearest house is maybe 100 yards, and everybody's just spread out.
It's that's what I was wondering. Is it like like around here we have, they're called colonias, right? And it's like subdivision, right?
Yeah,
of
subdivisions.
homes out in the country, and
Pretty much, yeah.
And-
Just a little bit closer within each community.
Yeah, because I've been to a reservation before, back in, and it was Arizona too. It was a Yaqui tribe.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, how far is that from where you were?
There's two different sets. There's one in the Chandler Tempe area. That's actually where my kids live. Big hello to my daughters.
Tempe,
Vi and
Arizona?
Trini.
Yeah.
Vi and Trini are my daughters, and they're from the Yaqui tribe right there in Guadalupe.
Yeah.
And then there's the Pasco Yaqui tribe, which is in Tucson.
Mm-hmm.
So
And you're what tribe again?
the Tohono.
You're the hardest one to say, bro. Why
Nobody
is
can
that?
say.
Give
Nobody
us
can
a-
say it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Tohono O'odham Nation. Previously, it was we were called Papago, which meant bean eaters. Because
Okay.
a lot of the harvest was beans.
Okay. But that was now it's insensitive to say that or something. or what?
Not really. It was just more proper that we were desert people. Tohono meaning desert, people is O'odham.
You know, Native Americans have always intrigued me. I mean, because it's an amazing culture, bro. I mean, there's so much and so much history,
Yeah.
and it goes back a long ways, man.
Yeah, I mean, we all got it. I mean, everybody has their history, and if you know your roots, sometimes it's like more, like somebody else's culture is more, what's the word, intriguing to me, but they're like, it's whatever.
So you've tasted the Hispanic culture, right? You
Yeah,
hang
for
out.
sure.
You're playing with Jaime de Anda, Los
Yeah.
Furiosos. You're in the Tejano industry,
Right.
Which, by the way, the name of the tribe Tejano, it's almost Tejano.
Yeah.
Bro. It's almost like saying
Wow.
Tejano. I know. I was like freaking out when he was saying that, right?
Wow.
Yeah, some of my friends back home used to say that we were Tejano O'odham.
Yeah.
Because there's a like I said, our tribe is on the border of Mexico and Arizona, so there's a lot of Mexican and I guess our indigenous native cultures that are similar, all the way down to music, and so yeah, there's just a lot of similarities there. So
The other tribes that are there, I mean, you could say tribes, right?
Right,
Is that what
yeah.
it is, right? From the other reservations, you all know, is there a connection there with all of you? Or because I know back in the days of the Western days and all that, I mean, the tribalism was, some tribes would go to war against other tribes and stuff like that.
yeah, it was just it's just like any other nationality. There's a bad batch of people. Mm-hmm. So there was natives who were that bad batch back then. So, but yeah, there were wars back then, and
But then the ones in Arizona, they're they can get along and everything. And
yeah, now it's a different story. Yeah, but back then it was the more northern tribes that would come down and try to raid communities or whatever.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
back in because we
was
grew up
way
watching
before.
all that. Yeah, I also wanted to ask you, what's the difference? Like, since you're in Tejano and you're in the Tejano culture, Hispanics, what is there a difference between? What's the big difference between our cultures, man? Being on an Indian reservation and hanging in the Tejano culture, is it similar?
It's
because you don't speak.
It's pretty similar. I guess it's really, really similar. I mean, like growing up. I mean, I didn't feel it back then, but I was told we lived in poverty. Mm-hmm. People would say, or people would talk on our tribe and say we lived in poverty. I'm like, I guess we did, but it didn't feel like it. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of barrios that I've been to that live the same way I did. And,
yeah.
But they're not, people see them as struggling, but we didn't struggle. And same thing, you know how to get by. So it wasn't a big difference.
Do the people that aren't from the Indian reservation, can me and my wife, can we go live at the reservation?
I don't know how that works. There's a lot of non-natives that live on the reservation, but they're working for the tribe. Mm-hmm. But as far as just to move there, it's a different story. I really wouldn't know the whole legality on that part.
And you went to school at what was the name of the school that you went to, bro?
My elementary school was Santa Rosa Boarding and Day School, which is a boarding school. They kind of did away with the dormitory. And then the high school I went to was the Tono Altum High School. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the high school was small. There was about 300 students overall. So,
and what were the extracurricular activities you all had? You had baseball and football and stuff like that.
I was digging baseball for a minute until I got hurt, and then music kind of came in and took over. But all the sports were there: basketball, baseball, football, volleyball, softball.
Because I'm interested in trying to figure out how he ended up a Bajo Sexto player.
I know.
Because there's not many Native Americans, even though a lot of us Hispanics have some Native American blood, like some of us have that. But yeah, there's not many Native American Bajo Sexto players. So
there actually are a lot.
There are?
Well, actually, from my tribe, for sure. I know, for sure.
Okay.
So historically speaking, the tribe I'm from, like I said, we're on the border of Mexico and Arizona.
Okay.
So before the conjunto genre and the tribe I come from, the style of music we call Waida, W-A-I-L-A, Waida, which in Spanish is baile.
Okay.
So we have little similarities in certain words, but historically, when Spaniards came and brought Christianity to the Americas, they kind of converted all the natives to Christianity, and not politely, but it happened. But they would teach the natives to play music in the church during mass, and so again, just like conjunto, Germans came and brought their influences of the chotis.
Yeah,
we say chode, or like a polka, we just say waida, which is one step, I guess.
That's awesome, babe. We're learning how to speak this stuff.
And then like a redova out here, we just call it masurga. So I later on found out a masurga is a minor key of the 2-3, and then redova is a major key.
I've always wanted to know what's the difference between a chotis and a redova. I mean, because they sound similar, dude.
Yeah, a chotis is more like a country two-step, and then the redova is more of a waltz, the one bum 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 bum. So.
Oh yeah.
It sounds the same to me, bro. I mean, I freak out when let's see if there's one here.
So that'll be more.
Wait, let me see here.
Hey, we used to play this song back home.
Really?
So yeah, so that'll be a chotis.
A chotis. Hey, he knows, baby.
Wow.
Okay, let me. So this one has I called it hippity hop.
I was just gonna say we call them the hippity
Puro
hop.
pinche hippity hop.
Yeah.
And when I play these at DJ gigs, there's like two couples dancing, and it's like older couples, man.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of like a two-step. It's like 1, 2, 3, stop. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, stop. So it's one step less than a country two-step.
We have to learn how to dance this stuff, babe. So
yeah, I know.
So when we're at a wedding or something, we get up in there and hey, pinche rock and roll James, producer, le entan un chotis.
And that will be the redova.
This is the redova, yeah. Okay, tan ta, and the other one is ta 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 ta, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
So this music, they're on the border there at your reservation. You all grew up listening to this stuff?
Yeah, so a lot of these songs I've heard growing up. We played them with my dad they had a band. My dad and my uncles, they had a band, and that's what I grew up to.
So there it is. Yeah. There's music in your family, bro.
Even farther, my grandfather played. They had so like I said, historically when they brought music, all the natives kind of took it upon themselves to kind of learn, or they were taught the chotis, redova, and all that. So the natives took it upon themselves to have their own little dances, their little social gatherings, but they would do it away from the church in their little communities. And so the Anglos would see it from far, and they said they looked like chickens scratching their feet. So that's how the term, they called it chicken scratch for a minute.
Okay.
So so as natives just kind of took the name back and to call it Waida, which is baile.
Yeah. Man.
So yeah, so that's how I got to familiar with all these songs. So like within the conjunto history, a lot of the songs are German influenced, real European based.
Yeah.
And like my grandfather, his group is on YouTube as well. Well, the music is on YouTube. Usually gets flagged, so I don't know if it'll work. But yeah, it's just fiddle, 2 fiddles, guitar, and somebody playing a snare and somebody playing the big bass drum, real European style.
Yeah, that band your dad had, did they play outside the reservation, or it was just there inside the reservation? How big is the reservation? Is it the size of the Rio Grande Valley? Is it the size of San Antonio? Or
our tribe is, the whole tribe altogether is 2.8 million acres.
Okay,
and
that's a lot of land.
Yeah, so our tribe is in Arizona, but it goes into deep into Mexico. So it's like one of those things where we didn't land on America landed on us.
Yeah,
it's one of those things.
Dude.
Wow.
Yeah, they just of course the government, they just split us and made those people illegal. They can't cross over, but now it's to
They can, but they got to go through a process.
Yes, exactly. So now we got to the point where we have our tribal IDs. I don't know, I still don't know if that really works, because when we go across, we'll just show them our ID and they'll let us pass, because there's villages really close to the border and deeper in. So yeah, so with my dad, we played all over the res, and we played like bars off the res as well.
Now that you say bars on the res or off the res, there weren't any bars in the res. Yeah, because when I went to the Yaqui tribe reservation, we stopped at a Stripes, or it wasn't a Stripes, it was like Circle a convenience store. Yeah. And it had there was liquor they were selling there, and I was like, wow, they sell liquor here inside the Stripes or the Circle K,
right?
And then we went into the reservation, and there was no alcohol allowed.
Yeah, it's dry.
Yeah,
every res is supposed to be dry.
And somebody there, because I asked why don't, I mean, it's a casino, we should be able to drink, because I used to drink back then, and I was like, man, I was itching for some pisto, you know what I mean? So I was like, why don't they sell liquor here? What's up? And they would say that the Indian culture is very susceptible to alcoholism or something. Yeah,
it's like every culture has like in the barrios, in the hoods, there's always a liquor store for that one reason, just to, I guess, if it is what they say, it's to break down the community.
Yeah, well, is it like, because we're told that on television as well.
It's no different.
And so, I mean, did you see a lot of that going on?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I've seen it in every culture, but on the reservation, it's the same thing. Only because the people that don't get out have nothing to turn to, so they turn to alcoholism. So like just the same thing with the barrios and the hoods. Like, if they got nothing, or they think they're never gonna leave their little street. Yeah, then that's what they turn to. So that's, and then they would. That's why they wouldn't sell any alcohol or liquor in there. Right. Yeah. So then it's every reservation in Arizona has that band. It's dry or what? Or is it one of them? They're supposed to be dry, but they got their bootleggers.
I was like, how the hell could they be? I mean, and then you live on the border. You know what I mean? You're on the border.
So yeah. So where I'm from, we're about maybe an hour from the border, an hour and a half from the border, and but yeah.
What if the tribal cops there catch you with booze and shit, man? Is there a big price to pay or what?
I really don't know. Because
you've never known anybody that got popped.
No. My dad, my pops, he's a drinker. So.
Well, he had connections.
No. We had a gig and we pulled over, and we'd always have our spots. So after the gig, we'll make the, how would you say it, the rest area stop. So we can stop anywhere. So we pulled over, and we'll chill for a bit. They'll start drinking, talking, whatever. Then we'll go on, whatever. Because we will play, dude, it's terrible. We'll play like 2 hours from home for like $40 each. Yeah. So just brutal. And so we just called it.
But dude, that's like typical, right? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, most people
it was the same. It was the same, like exactly.
Yeah.
Our cultures are exactly the same. But we just called it Whataburger and gas money.
Yeah.
Because we just get our Whataburger, gas, and go home.
Yeah, but the experience and
For sure.
and you were getting better and better at what you were doing too, man.
It was actually my practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I used to practice to all the local bands and I had my favorites. There was two groups that were my favorite. Was the Cisco band. One of my uncles was the drummer for that band.
Turn the mic a little bit more towards you. You can move it. You can move it. There you go, like that.
Okay. So one of the bands was called the Cisco band, and the thing I like about back home is like whatever your style is, not culturally, you can play it in the wider music. So there's a lot of dudes who were metalheads back then. Yeah. So my uncles were straight up metalheads, and when they jam, say they played a cumbia, they were just rocking out on the drums.
Yeah.
And so this band, which my uncle was playing the drums for, that's how they were. They kind of had that metal vibe, and they were just themselves playing the wider music.
Yeah, we've seen. I've seen a documentary about a metal band at a reservation. I don't know if it was that one. No. I saw a documentary about a group of metal kids from Indian metal kids. Man.
I think I saw that.
And I don't know where it was.
Remember.
It's got to be on YouTube.
Yeah. I think I've seen that one.
And then when we were watching Yellowstone, going back to Yellowstone, they were the girl. Remember what's the name of the youngest kid or the kid that Casey's wife? She goes to this it's like an auditorium or something there in the reservation, and they're having live music and they're rocking out in there, bro.
Yeah, that's all over. The biggest things in the res are wider music. Like there's a lot of metalheads, there's a lot of reggae fans, and then of course the urban.
Did you get into all that as well, or it was just conjunto for you, man?
No. I got into, because of my uncles and my dad, I got into like mariachi, but I was digging like heavy metal, blues. My dad would throw some on jazz out there. My mom was like,
because I see that in your playing, bro.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because I don't treat my Bajo softly. I mean, I beat the shit out of it. Like, so I just like pounding on it, like just grunge out. You know what I mean?
So how old were you back then when you were with your dad and stuff? It was about 15 years old when you were starting to pick up the Bajo and stuff? Or?
I was 13. My dad's older brother, his name was Ricardo. He pulled me aside and he pulled out an old 6-string and cleaned the strings. He just put 4 strings on, and I didn't know he was teaching me the Bajo. So he taught me Bajo chords on a acoustic guitar. And then we sat outside. He sat with me patiently for like a month. At first I was excited because I always wanted to jam with my uncles, and they were big stars to me, and I wanted to be like my uncles. And so a month later he's like, hey, we're gonna go jam at Coyote Club. It's a bar. And I was like, all right, cool. You guys jam out? He's like, no, you're going to play with us. I'm like, oh, shit. So then I started getting nervous. Like, oh, great. I went to school all week thinking about it, telling my friends, I'm going to go jam over here, but I'm scared. And so the gig came a week. So like I said, he sat patient with me for a whole month, man. And I did the first gig. I survived. And
the rest is history.
Yeah, seriously. Like I never turned away from it. I never said I didn't want to. For a while, actually, I was just hungry.
Were you still going to school at 13, of course, 14, 15, or did you get out of school?
No,
did you finish?
I did school.
High school, 12 years?
Yeah, well, 13 or 14.
Oh, so, okay. you had you got held back a couple of years.
Yeah, because it was after music.
Us creative guys, we can't focus. We
Shoot.
can't focus in class, dude. We have a little bit of trouble.
My dad would always say, "Yeah, he got an A in sleeping."
Yeah. So that makes 2 of us.
Right.
I got an A plus.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I would gig Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or the bars that they had were Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we go gig. So after school on a Thursday, I'll get showered. We start loading up the truck, and then we'll take off to the gig, set up, do our gig, come back home. And sometime I was 13, and sometime I would have to drive. And my chauffeur was drunk. So I'm not gonna say which one.
Say it, man. Come on, dude. Say it.
So I would have to come back with one of the parentals. And so I would drive home sometime. Not all the time. Sometime I would have to drive home.
You came home with the what do they call a chaperone?
Yes,
chaperone.
Yeah. So I would drive home, and there was times where I just stay up all night and go to school. Go to school on Friday and handle.
So you got held back. What grades did you get held back, man?
I did good all the way till like my freshman, sophomore year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, man. I
don't want to go to school no more.
I regret it because everybody else told me, do your work, man. You're gonna regret it. Sure enough, my buddies start graduating. The girlfriend at the time I had, the high school sweetheart, she graduated. I'm like, man.
Hey, but you were jamming, bro.
That's the thing, man. I mean,
yeah, dude.
I was gigging like rock star.
Where are your friends now? Are they?
There's a lot of them just back home. Some of my best friends I still keep in contact with, and some are still on the res, some are off res. So,
is there like are there HEBs and stuff on the res, or is that do you all have your own special supermarkets or something?
I don't know if they have. I don't think.
Do they have Walmart? I'm sure Walmart's in there.
Well,
right?
on the reservation, there's only one major convenience grocery store, which is Vavages. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
No.
So
it's not Vavages.
No, it's Vavages, and then later on came what on the reservation. I guess there's a contract. If I don't know the exact, but that Vavages has been there for years, man.
Is that like a Walmart or what?
It's more like an HEB.
Like an HEB?
Kind of fries.
Yeah.
Is there fries out here?
Nah, man.
Fries?
No.
Just at McDonald's and other.
Yeah, no, it's more of an I guess an HEB, just a grocery store.
Yeah. So is there like a downtown area and stuff like that?
Not really.
No, bro.
There's no buildings.
I mean, that's something that I've always wondered. You know, I mean, you got I don't know how many millions of acres.
Yeah.
You would think there's
there's
a mall and shit.
Simple. It's simple. If you go there, sometime like it's like going back into the 80s. A lot has changed, but there's a lot that are still the same. Like we govern our own tribe, so we do have our legislative, executive, and treasurer, and all that stuff, and police department, judicial, and so yeah, everything's there. But it just feels like you step.
Do a lot of Native Americans do they end up leaving the reservation, or do they end up staying and making life there, or
it's
continuing?
Funny. It's kind of both. There's a lot of like I left, and there's a lot of friends that left, but there's a lot of older people that end up going back, which is because you want to go home. That's the thing.
Yeah.
There's no place. I mean, like still, there's times I just go back home and
if it doesn't have all that commercial stuff, it's like it's a lot more serene, right?
Yeah, it just depends on the person, really. If they're more like into the urban life and they want convenience, everything's around.
Do you miss it?
Yeah, big time, because it's just peaceful. Like there's no cars. Like in our village, if a car goes by, it goes by at least once every hour or every other hour. And if you hear the car, you're like, oh, that's so and so. You know who's driving by.
I'd love to go and stay.
That's awesome.
Right?
That's my type of place. Yeah.
I'd love to go and stay at the reservation, but not at the hotel or anything. Because
we don't have hotels.
No.
No.
Good. I'd rather hang out at your pad,
Come
or
down,
at
dude.
your mom and dad's just the stay. I'll sleep in one of the rooms or something. And
Well, my bro, Bonnie Mauricio.
oh yeah, I want to bring Bonnie in here, bro.
have to. You
yeah,
have to.
dude.
Bonnie, tell him, call, get over here.
Dude, you should know my number, Bonnie. Remember, bro? We used to hang out
I
like
think
10,
he's on his
15
third
years
number.
ago.
He's on his third number now.
Yeah.
But,
no.
no, he got to go.
Yeah.
He loved it. He loved it. And he got to go to a dance that we had out there. One of the bands, my family bands out there is called Papago Warrior. And they're one of the popular groups out there on the res right now. And so Bonnie got to go check it out, and
That's awesome, man.
it was peaceful, man. He loved it, and like he was trying to get back there maybe a few months ago, but things didn't work out. But he's always welcome.
Do they have festivals there, like like the music festivals you have at cities around here and stuff like that?
Kind of. They do have. Well, our thing is the big rodeos. So there's a big rodeo carnival. They'll bring concerts, and I've been able to see they brought in Tejano groups. I mean,
yeah, because when I went to the Yaqui tribe, we had Elsa Garcia. It was a Tejano explosion.
Oh, wow, Elsa.
Yeah, it was Elsa, and there was a few other Tejano bands.
Yeah, that's the amphitheater, right?
No, it was going to be outdoors.
Yeah.
But we went to Arizona, and it was like, I've said the story before, man. I had to fly out of Arizona Airways out of El Paso.
Right.
And it was like an 8-seater, dude. And it was like,
No.
to get to, the altitude to coast, dude, it was like crazy. We're holding on. And then we get to Arizona, and, we're taking hot clothes, right? Like, and this freaking cold front comes in from like the Arctic, dude. I mean, it was one of the cold. I was like, we're in Arizona. Why is it so
my
fucking
God.
cold?
Yeah, it gets brutal out there, man. It
And
gets really brutal.
so I ended up, they ended up having to make a tent at the casino grounds and put like heaters, and so it became an indoor thing. And of course, the turnout was kind of, caído because it was freaking cold.
How long ago was that?
Dude, man, that must have been like 95, bro. You must have been like 10 years old.
I started playing in 96. I was 12.
Yeah, this had to be like 95,
Okay.
94, 93, somewhere around there.
So I wonder if that was the Yaqui tribe before. Oh, you did say it was the Yaqui tribe.
Yeah,
right?
it was a Yaqui tribe.
Okay, so
yeah.
so now they got a kick-ass amphitheater over there. I play there a lot of times. That's how I met a lot of Tejano artists as well. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of how I got my connections, and they heard me play, and so it was pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Yeah, no, honestly, I've always wanted to maybe, experience that live, dude.
You can
and
go
check
use
it
our
out, bro.
outhouse.
Yeah,
We still got the outhouse
dude,
at my mom's house.
I grew up like that, bro.
Yeah,
I mean
same.
that's what here in Mercedes. My grandparents, they had an outhouse.
Yeah.
This was like 1966.
Right.
And they had to take a shower outside in the shed. And they were living in
With
town,
the hose,
dude.
with the hose?
They were living in town, bro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
in town, and it was on the north side of Mercedes. But then in the early 70s, they got their bathroom inside the house.
Right.
They built everything. My grandfather put some money together to be able to, remodel and renovate and bring the bathroom into the house, But man, I mean, to live like that, it's really, you got to have some. Not many people can live like that, bro.
No, man.
You got to, it's. So then you were playing with your dad, and you played around the res, and then
I started.
you graduated, I
graduated
2 years after you were supposed to.
Yeah.
And so then what? You just stayed on the res, or how long is it? Well, you said 4 years you left, so you were just living at the res till then.
I moved into town only because I had a family. I started my family with my kids, and
How old are your kids, man?
my daughter just turned 13. Vi, she just turned 13.
Dude, man, congratulations,
yeah,
man!
man.
Happy
Awesome.
birthday!
Yeah, then my oldest is Trinity. Trini, she turned 15 in December. Yeah, so
And they live over there on the res? Or?
they're actually with their mom in Guadalupe, which is the Yaqui reservation in Tempe.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that vibe over there is kind of like a barrio kind of vibe. So a lot of the Yaquis, they speak Spanish, more Spanish than the Yaqui language. So it's kind of a mix. But I dig the vibe because there was a lot of Tejano groups or a couple Tejano groups that have gone there. But I've played around in that whole little town, Guadalupe area.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so growing up, I started with like I said, I started with the whole Waida music, and I learned all the local.
And Waida
roots.
being the
Baile,
baile.
dance, yeah. So I started practicing everybody's group, and then I got into Michael Salgado, Ramon Ayala, Intocable, and that was it. And I was like, I'm hooked. So I used to buy all their CDs, everything, and practice, and that's all I did.
Ernie's a good Bajo Sexto, bro.
It's crazy because I've been listening to him for so long, and now when I see him, it's like, hey, what's up? Like, we're cool. Like, so it's like,
Oh, and he has an amazing style.
Hell yeah.
Like he puts in little things on the song. He's very like he'll put something in there that's very unique, and
that's what I
he's
love
very
about
talented.
him. I,
Ernie,
mean,
man.
I still use like a lick or two that he does because I grew up on that.
Yeah, and he's a showman too,
Hell yeah.
dude. That guy puts on a good show, man.
He's a bad dude, man.
Yeah. Ernie Salgado, un saludo para Ernie, para Michael,
Yeah,
man.
Ernie.
Good guys, man.
Yeah, so I started practicing all that, and what was I getting at? And,
Hey, that's supposed to happen to me,
Right.
dude.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, wait, what's happening
just
here?
sidetracked.
That's me, dude. I'm over here trying my best not to get lost.
so after I got into all that, I got into Albert Zamora and Los
Okay,
Chamacos
yeah,
and
yeah.
Jaime y Los Chamacos. So then I was hooked. That was it. And at the time, I was only practicing on an electric guitar because we didn't have a Bajo Sexto at the time. And so everything I was practicing was on an electric guitar.
Which is totally different.
Yeah, well, I will take off the first. So, you play guitar?
No.
No.
I play the radio pretty loud. That's about it, bro.
Do you know? So, do you understand? You've seen the guitar. You understand the guitar?
Yeah,
right?
6 string.
6 strings. Okay, so the Bajo Sexto is like playing the 6, 5, 4, 3 strings without the first and second strings, but with all baritone strings.
Okay.
So all the strings are doubled. So acoustically, The Bajo Sexto was made to take the part of the accompaniment of the accordion. So you know how the Germans would play, like they'll play the backhand. So the Bajo Sexto took that place.
Wow.
So they will have that and the uprights for all the musicos that will go around playing at like bars, and like in Mexico, that's the story I've heard on that part of the Bajo Sexto. But yeah, what I would do is I would take all my first string, tune my second and third string equally, and then use the chorus pedal, so it came out Bajo Sexto-ish. So then
it was good enough. It got the job done.
Oh yeah. With the chorus pedal, it worked. And then I got my first 12 string. It was a Fender 12 string guitar.
Yeah.
But I kind of created my own Bajo Sexto on that. So I will buy regular acoustic strings, but put in the Bajo Sexto fill-in pretty much. And I played a Bajo Sexto on a 12 string Fender.
Yeah.
For a long time. Then I got an Applause guitar, another 12 string, until finally I started saving up money and I bought my first Lone Star, which is not a good quality Bajo Sexto, but I beat the shit out of it and it lasted a long time.
Yeah.
And then, so like I said, all I did was practice, get home from school, straight to that. Didn't worry about homework, just practice.
Yeah.
And gig on the weekends. And then when I was about 15, I got hit up by a guy to join their Tejano group in Phoenix. And the
Tejano business was booming over there.
At the time,
right?
yeah, actually it was. It was really kick-ass.
It was in the 90s, you said, right? 98?
Oh, by that time it was about 2000s. But the 90s, from what I hear, it was a shit.
Dude,
yeah, everywhere, even here.
Yeah, dude.
Everywhere, yeah. So I started playing Tejano when I was 16. I joined my first group, and our drummer, his name was Martin Tapia. His dad is the one that told him about me. And so if it wasn't for his dad, he rest in peace, Mr. Lalo Tapia. If it wasn't for him, I honestly, like, there's always so many people that took a part on me getting to where I'm at. And he was like one of the first. Because if he didn't introduce me to his son, and for his son to come out and hear me, I probably wouldn't be here. Yeah. And so I don't forget. It's
funny how that works, huh?
Yeah, man. Like I don't forget that, man.
It's crazy. Moments in your life that
yeah,
had a big impact.
It could have been a different story, man. And so I started joining the group, and the group was called Redline Bad Boys of Tejano, and that was the Grupo Vida Jaime era. So we're like trying to copy Grupo Vida with all the dances, and I was skinnier.
The Eddie Gonzalez stuff, yeah.
So we used to do all that.
So you were dressed the part, had the long hair, and those tight pants.
No tight pants. I cannot do tight pants. Man, I was in the era of baggy pants. Like my foot would be covered with my pants. Bell bottom type stuff.
Okay.
But so anyway, I got into that, and our lead singer is actually now the lead singer for Latin Breed.
Oh yeah,
Benjamin Miranda.
Yeah.
So that's one of my bros that kind of took me out of my box, out of my comfort zone, and got me dancing, got me doing stuff, got me talking to people. Because I don't like talking. I hate talking, and
I wouldn't be able to tell, bro.
There's a time and place, man. There's a time and place, but
you're a quiet guy.
Yeah, I'm just pretty chill. Like, I mean,
Tiene la música por dentro.
Yes,
That's what they say.
you go.
That was interesting because you were saying that the Yaqui tribe, they speak more Spanish, and I talked to you in Spanish, right? Like, hey, está bueno, carnal, yo te veo aquí que la chingada. Le dije en el phone, and he goes, English. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah. So there was your area, the Spanish language wasn't prevalent.
It actually is on the southern part. On the southern part of in Mexico, our tribe that's in Mexico, there's a lot that speak Spanish fluently over our traditional language.
Yeah, but on this side.
On this side, not so much. No? There are some people because
why do the Yaquis talk more Spanish than you guys? I mean,
I'm not sure. Again, it's the region where we're at. So it could have been just the region, like they grew up more on the Mexican, or they're more on the Mexican side, maybe. Because there's a Rio Yaqui, which is in Mexico, and then there's Pasco Yaqui, and then there's Guadalupe as well, which is Yaqui. But I, as far as the Spanish speaking part, I'm not too sure how that works.
Yeah, and then if there's one in El Paso as well, which is close, and New Mexico, and man, it's just it's an amazing culture, and I'm very intrigued with it because it was way part of our our country's history. Right.
Yeah. We just talked about that with it. I was talking with Mr. Aaron Holler. we spoke on the phone, and he asked how many tribes, and I was like, yeah, I looked it up, and I knew there was 500, but there's 547 recognized tribes in the United States.
Wow.
And we still here.
What is your take on, before we get to how you got to San Antonio and all that, what is your take on these sports teams that use Indian logos and stuff like that, and they're tearing them down now? Does it bother you, or does it is it whatever to you, or is it?
I see both sides. If people knew the derogatory term to Redskins, which was supposed to be the white person's way of saying natives covered in blood, so dead.
Wow.
But I mean, I dig the logo. I mean, the Redskins was cool. I thought it was cool.
I thought it was great because it keeps the culture in the mainstream of everybody to, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yes and no. Like, why aren't there Mexican names? Why aren't there black names? Would it be insulting to a Mexican or a black person?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Like the tribes or the native thing. Like I said, Redskin is a derogatory term.
What about Cleveland Indians?
Indians, we're not Indian. We're Native American.
Yeah, because they changed that one too. They took that one down. They call themselves the Guardians now.
That's just hard though, because I grew up with that, and again,
Braves.
I like baseball. I like those teams. They were some of my favorites, but at the same time, it just sounds weird hearing.
Would it have mattered if Washington hadn't changed their name to
Nationals? Was it Nationals?
Yeah, something like that. If they would have kept the Redskin, would it be bothering? Or did it ever bother you? Or do you know anybody that it bothered?
Okay, again, back to there's a type of person in every culture, and there's a lot of what do you call them? I don't know what you would call them. The political part of people, where
activism.
Activists, yeah. Activists. So there's activists in every culture.
Yeah.
So they're gonna stick up for what's their side, and they're the ones raising that voice.
But for you, do you see the majority or the minority of the Indian culture really, thinking, did it matter that they had to change or took their name off? The
it's kind of both. I'm right in the middle. It's because, like I said, it's a really fucked up derogatory term. But at the same time, I grew up with it, so it's one of those things.
And it's weird
it's
because
really messed up. But at the same time, it's I don't know. I'm torn. I'm not gonna. How do you say it without being? Bashed, you know what I mean? I'm right in the middle.
Yeah. You're neutral.
Yeah.
If they wouldn't have changed it, you would have been cool with it. If they did change it, well, you're cool with it too. Because teams change their names. Nobody should really be making a big issue about it because the teams, the Brooklyn, those basketball games, basketball teams, they've changed their name. The Washington Wizards the Bullets went to the Wizards because of the murder, and stuff like that. But I don't know. They made a big deal about it.
It's really hard. Yeah, it's to each their own.
I just thought that, there was a big fan base that loved that team and loved. And when they took the name down, I think a lot of people were they started. It might be derogatory. I mean, not derogatory, but detrimental to the way people see the culture of the the Native Americans.
I mean, it did bring awareness, but at the same time, it's like I said, I keep going back to it's derogatory.
Yeah.
Imagine if it were a Mexican black name.
Yeah, and me and my wife, we wouldn't know that. I mean, we wouldn't know that it's really a derogatory. To us, it's one of the greatest football teams that ever lived in the NFL, I always wondered about that.
The only thing that gets to me is kind of annoying is the Washington and the Braves and the Indians, they do the Heya or Chaz. Which is kind of
it's cringy. It's cringy to you guys.
It's very cringy.
But it's not. Well, to me, I think it is because people just do it. It's like a team thing, a group thing. But I guess you could see it as cringy.
When it's your own people, it's a different story.
Yeah,
right. Because it's a symbol. It's a symbolism, and it means something.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm saying, put yourself in that situation. Right. If people were mocking your heritage, would you be cool with it?
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm a self-deprecating comedy type of guy. I make fun of myself.
Right.
So I'm not and I'll make fun of our culture. You know what I mean? Because when I make fun of our culture, it's probably true that we, I just make light of things that we do on a natural level. But like you said, I never knew that that there was a derogatory term, man, like, and that how it affected it. And now that I have you here, it makes more sense.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's to each their own. It's pretty brutal, but then again, at the same time, the only thing that gets me is the cringiness. So that's about
of the
it.
chop. But I mean, the name Indian, I was like, when they took that off, I was like, well, what's so bad? Why are they like erasing that culture from our national sports treasures?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like I said, I was a fan of the Indians, the Braves, and so on.
And then you've got the Blackhawks that are Chicago. They're like a hockey team, I think. And they've got an Indian as well.
Did they change it, or is it still the same?
I don't know. Is it still? I have no. You know what? They probably did.
Like I said,
I'm not a hockey guy. You know?
It's like I try not to get into deep with that. I mean, like I know where I stand personally, and like I said, a lot of times it's derogatory. I mean, like it is what it is, but people don't know it until I lay it out there.
Yeah.
And then, the more I talk about it, the more it's like, do you see it or do you not?
Yeah.
Like,
so then you're happy that Washington changed their name to the Nationals. You're okay with that, right? I mean, it's okay to say that. I mean,
no. Either way, it's
either
like
way.
I'm not cheering for it, but I'm not against it. So it's just like.
Yeah, I got Bajo Sexto to play. You know what I mean?
He has better things to do.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Yeah. So you moved to San Antonio. Is that when you started working? Because I heard you were with the Tex Maniacs, dude.
Yeah, I actually live with Max Baca.
But Max Baca, isn't he the Bajo Sexto?
Yeah. So
you were that was your mentor or what, man? What kind of a mentor meant to have, bro?
Oh, for sure.
Amazing,
for sure, man. Yeah, he's a bro, but he's also like a pops, man. He looks after me big time. Which I take care of him as much as I can.
Well, you need to tell him he needs to come to the show and hang out. Both of you guys, man, here would have been. He should have brought him along as a sidekick.
Right.
Damn.
But yeah. So when I moved, I was working at a job at a hospital
over there in Arizona
on the Gila River Indian Reservation, which is our sister tribe.
Okay.
And
how is that? How is the medical? I'm sorry to because I want to before there's the hospital, the health system in the reservations, they have like insurance and all that for.
Yeah, we're taken care of. We're taken care of pretty well, but at the same time, there's little flaws. There's a lot of doctors that will come in doing their practice, and we're kind of like their guinea pigs.
Oh, wow.
There are some that are faithful to us, but there are some that just come just to.
What do you mean? Like they're interns or they're like pretty graduating?
Much,
it's like graduate.
Just that's just a practice.
Work.
Like so.
Yeah, but that happens everywhere, doesn't it?
Yeah. But that happens a lot on the rest. So we get a lot of the interns and they leave, and then but there's a lot of faithful doctors that are out there that people know by name and people love, and because it's not the hospital ain't that big. People know them.
Do you all have like in reservations? Is there like Blue Cross and Blue Shield insurance for the Indian reservation, or is it like in house? Like because the reservation has its own law enforcement.
Yeah, we have
our
own insurance.
Yeah,
so we're pretty. Yeah, we're taken care of.
Oh wow, man! Okay,
Awesome.
That's something. That's
really interesting.
Something interesting to know. Nobody knows, bro. I mean, because the television ain't gonna tell us type of. You have to look for some documentaries to find out. But man, I have you that's lived there, bro. I mean, I got you to ask. So you you were working at the hospital.
Oh yeah. So
there we go.
So I already did my foot in the industry. Like I said, we were playing over at the Casino del Sol, and I would meet all these musicians, and that's actually where I met Max for the first time. I met Max there
at the hospital.
No, in Tucson when they played out there.
What the hell am I doing?
Yeah, so we played out there.
Hold on, I was looking at a song over here. So you met Max when you went to San Antonio?
And he was in Tucson.
On Tucson, okay, there we go. Okay, I got a little sidetracked.
Yeah,
folks.
the Casino del Sol. So. We met there, and of course, I was a fan. I approached him. I was like, "Hey, yo, I've been a fan of yours. I've been wanting to meet you." And so people were kind of crowding him. I was like, "Hey, do you mind if I check out your Bajo?" He's like, "Yeah, go ahead." So there I am holding his Bajo Sexto, and I'm like, "Yeah," I'm like tripping, and
that's crazy. Bro.
So people kind of separated from him, and then he's like, "Come inside. Let's check you out." I'm like, "All right, cool." So we went in the hallway, and I was like, giving him my all. Like just trying to show off for him. And then he's like, let's go to the room. I was like, all right, cool. So we go to the room, and I think, who did I meet? Lorenzo Martinez was the drummer. Oscar Garcia, who was playing accordion for Garcia Brothers, and David Farias was playing with him at the time.
Yeah. David.
So
I want to bring David in too, man. Yeah. And then?
So I got to jam out. We exchanged numbers, whatever. And again, so we were the opening band for a lot of people at that casino. So I got to meet a lot of people, and people heard me, like I said. And so forward on, when it came time for me to leave the job, just it's one of those issues kind of thing. So I bailed. So I got to go do this. I was like, I guess you could say it was like a fuck it moment. Like I wanted to fulfill this dream. And so before I even moved, I remember seeing a post from Mr. Gabriel Zavala. He's looking for musicians for a project or whatever. And those are people that tagged me and put my name in it. And lo and behold, he ends up calling me. He's like, hey, we got this gig. I was hired to get some musicians to do this gig. I'm like, all right, cool. So he sends me the music, and the music ends up being for Bobby Pulido. And I'm like, are you sure? So I went through the music, and because like I said, I was studying almost every Tejano artist I could, from Conjunto to Tejano, and I already knew some of Bobby's music. I'm like, I know that one, I'll learn that one, so on and so on and so on. And I went to work. So before I even moved, I got the gig with Bobby. So that happened, and ended up getting the gig for 4 years with Bobby.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's one of the best gigs, man. It was awesome.
We're in Edinburgh, Texas. Bobby's
just down the road.
He's from, bro. Yeah.
Right.
So you got to travel all over with Bobby, huh?
Yeah. It was really cool. I mean, like, it was just cool just to hear him talk, like, because he would talk on the industry, he'll talk on his personal experiences, what his trials, and
he's a smart cookie, man. That guy's got his act together. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like he's just one of those dudes.
And his dad's one of the coolest dudes ever, bro.
I love him.
I mean, he's a national Tejano treasure for us, man.
Nut. He's a national nut. I love that guy.
I was thinking of, I want to ask Bobby if him and his dad will come into the show and just hang out with us.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah, man. It'll be a blast.
It's gonna be a wild house.
I think so, man. We've got so many stories and so much history.
I've helped out Roberto through Bobby, and just hanging out with the Roberto camp is,
dude. Those guys are old school. That's 70s. That's Guns N' Roses back then. Man, you know what I mean? Led Zeppelin.
It just felt like
those are the guys.
It felt like a road trip, man. And the cool part was going back to my dad. I used to listen. My dad will play all the old stuff, and I was more into the Albert Zamoras and the Jaime Diandas and the so on and so on, like the more modern. I'm like, I'm not gonna listen to that old stuff. Then of course, like everybody that gets older, what you listen to, you want to go to its roots. So same thing with ours back home. I would listen to my grandfather more, and then out here it was more older stuff like Tony De La Rosa and then Roberto and the David Lees, the old stuff. And then I was fortunate, I was able to introduce my dad to Roberto. He got to hang out with the guys.
Wow, man!
So my dad,
that's awesome. Dude.
It feels cool to bring my dad out here, and a lot of the people that he used to listen to, I'm cool with now. I'm friends with. I'm proud to call friends. And
wow, man.
So even the guys that I looked up to, I'm proud to call friends. Like they're brothers now. There's a lot of musicians that I've come across that are my brothers now, and so I get to introduce my dad to everybody that we grew up listening to.
Yeah. And it's not. I mean, to be playing with a band like the Tex Maniacs, but those guys they expect precision. You know, they expect talent and professionalism and all that. And when I saw you playing with Ozomatli, I was like, man, dude, you were tearing it up, man. You were playing some rock and roll. I mean, some riffs on there and everything.
There's some bad dudes, man.
Yeah, and so you would have left Bobby and
I got approached with the Jaime camp, the Furiosos, and I was like, I grew up listening to Jaime. I'm like, I was torn because Bobby and the guys were good to me, but Jaime's over here. I'm like, I know all his music already.
Juan P. Moreno was his original. I mean, all those albums he did with Juan P. Dude. I mean, that's
sure.
Juan P's an amazing Bajo Sexto too, bro.
Dude. He's a bad dude.
He's a legend, dude.
Hell yeah. Like he's still one of my top favorites. I mean, like if it wasn't for a lot of these like badass Bajo Sexto players from Oscar Tejas, the Max Bacas, Johnny Le Rosas, Danny Sanchez, who else is there? Juan P. of course. I was hooked. Milo Rivas, who was Albert Zamora's Bajo Sexto player at the time.
Yeah.
Roland Gomez, like all these dudes, man. Like, what's that? Henry Garza from Lonely Boys, his little analogy.
Yeah.
It's like a burrito. You want that burrito, you put a little bit of Oscar, Max, and so on and so on and so on, and you roll that burrito up and you throw it out there and you tear it up. And that's that's my little niche, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's a little bit of everybody, and of course, the grungy part of the metalhead scene is like what I fall back on as well. Like you just want to rock out.
Yeah. And they used to do that. I saw them when they were starting out, Jaime, and of course he had his early band. You know, he had Juan P. Moreno, and he had
oh man, they're badass.
The drummer was amazing,
Manuel,
and just those guys together. And Ewi was on bass, and I saw them. It must have been like 1989, 1990. I saw them. And I had to go ask Manuel for his drumstick because I was blown away. Because I was a metal guy too, bro. And I was like, that's why. And I was like, these guys are pushing the limits to Conjunto, bro. I mean,
it
these
was
guys,
wicked.
yeah. And a lot of Conjunto purists didn't like it, bro. They were like, hey, what are they doing? They're cutting up all the music and making it all crazy. And they just want that, that compás, right? And so, but when I saw Jaime de Anda for the first time back then, man, I was like, wow, man, blown away. And then Un Complejo, those albums. Yeah, so I can understand where you'd want to play with him because, the Bajo Sexto is a bit challenging. And
I studied it all. And when the first time they hit me up, they asked me to help sit in for a gig. And the gig was like a week away. So they sent me the set list. I knew most of them already. I already had, I guess, what do they call it? Preparation leads to opportunities. So
you were ready to go, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, it just fit. I mean, like, it felt like I was playing with the CD.
And then you got Aaron Holler in there.
One of my favorite
I was like, I had Aaron here, man. Dude, he's a great guy, man. And an amazing talent. And he looks, he's about your age too.
Yeah.
But he looks 20, dude. I mean, he's got a big baby face.
Yeah. The funny part was we did a gig with Jaime, and Jaime was like, we're going to play the Puño de Tierra song. So he always says 1979. And he's like, 1979 and whatever. And he says, who was born then? The band, we were born in 82, 83, and 84. Like, we weren't born yet.
Wow.
Yeah. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, but yeah, it's been a trip. It's been awesome with Jaime. Jaime is a really, really hard worker, man. Like he takes care of us big time.
Yeah, I've seen some of those videos on TikTok where you're playing along with him.
Yeah.
And he has that thing on his neck. How's he doing, man?
He's doing well. He's doing well.
He got that major surgery on his throat and or his mouth.
Yeah,
and his jaw.
He's recovering.
Does he have that thing off, or does he still have to wear it? Or
oh no, it's just the mask.
Oh, it was a mask.
Yeah, it's just a mask.
Oh, okay.
He just keeps it on all the time.
Yeah.
Have
you guys played already live or?
Yeah, we've been playing quite a bit. We did Desperados 2.0 in Arizona in San Antonio on Friday during the fanfare. We've had other gigs. We did a couple privates, and it's coming along.
All right, dude, that's great.
Yeah.
And what else are you up to, bro? I mean, you besides playing Bajo, what do you like to do on your time off? And
I was working for a minute.
Oh yeah,
I got fired from one job, and then I got laid off from another job.
Yeah, what were you doing? Where were you working at?
Well, the first one was a battery warehouse, and we're just filling orders, and it was brutal, man. Like we were picking up batteries that went from 5 pounds to 200 pounds.
So you were getting a good workout then?
Yeah, I liked it. I really like it. I like physical. I like physical work, but at the same time,
but shit, I got to get up in the morning. I'm a musician. What the fuck is that all about? You know?
Yeah, man.
Can I go get in at 12 or something?
Yeah, I would leave from work, go to gigs, and come back.
Yeah,
like I would go straight to a gig after work. Yeah.
Yeah. In your 20s, you'd be able to cut that down, but no need that 30.
I'm trying to hold on to the pride now, right?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man.
You need Dr. T's, Dad. Dr. T's.
Yes, sir.
Testosterone therapy, bro. That's
Yeah. I had that job kicked my ass. I sprained wrist, sprained back, pulled my back from my ankle. I mean, like I was hardcore. I'm not gonna quit. I don't want to quit.
Yeah, oh, man. And, you gotta take care of those fingers, dude.
Oh, my fingers are fine.
The wrist too, and all that.
It was brutal, man. But I liked it.
And then you got out of the battery thing. Did they fire you from that, or
yeah? Because they were gonna close down the warehouse anyway. They were gonna close it down.
They were gonna close down, carnal. You know,
they were gonna close it down, and by that point, there was people slacking off, and I'm like, every time I'm one of those guys where if I speed for the first time, I'm gonna get pulled over. So at work, if I get caught slacking for the first time, when I see everybody else just sitting around, I'm like, I get in trouble. Yeah. It's always one of those things. So I'm like telling the boss, I'm like, dude, why aren't you yelling at these guys? And I'm getting called up.
Oh, that's not gonna work, bro.
Yeah, it never works. It's a warehouse. The warehouse life, hell no.
Well, look at them.
Right. So it's not gonna work, man. I mean, while
drinking a beer, hey, well, look at them.
So I voiced my opinion. Like I would talk shit, and then of course I got on his bad side, and I'm like, all right, whatever, man. And sure enough, I got the call. I'm like,
and then what happened after that? You said you had another gig, right?
I was working just down the road from the house. We were just sending out. Actually, it was a government project.
Okay.
Where we're sending out COVID testing kits.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was kind of like they just threw the building there. You guys do this, take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was pretty hectic.
Did you get COVID, man?
Yeah. From the battery warehouse.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
And was it bad? Did you get it bad or no?
Yes and no. Usually when I get sick, I kind of go traditional.
Mm-hmm.
I would sweat. That's all I do.
Yeah, but the thing is with COVID, I was sweating and I was telling my wife I was having chills. And I said, give me like 3 or 4 colchas, so 3 covers. And I start sweating and sweating. I'm like, okay, it's getting out of my system.
Yeah, exactly.
And it wouldn't, dude. I'd be the same again the next day.
I will force it. I will force myself to sweat.
Yeah.
I will drink tea. I would sit in my truck with a jacket on in March and sweat. It was so hot, my phone was shutting off, like overheating.
But how long did that last you?
4 days.
4 days?
A little bit more than 4 days.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like if you, so when I get the flu, right, and I put Vicks on my chest, my feet, and I cover myself up with it, and then I put 2 colchas and I sweat that shit out.
Yeah.
And then you're fine the next day. You're okay.
Well, the thing is,
with
too,
COVID, it wasn't like that, man.
For me, the thing I would do is I would sweat and fast. I won't eat. I won't eat for the 4 days. And so all it was just water and Gatorade. That's it. And
no zinc, no Tylenol, nothing. Did you get fever?
Yeah. I was sweating. I was sweating out like brutal.
Dude, the fever was like, if it's over 100 for so long, you got to be careful, right, babe?
Yes.
Well, that's what with me. Like, I push it. I wouldn't be surprised if I was over that 103 or at that 103 point because I was pushing it. Because I would literally stack like 4 or 5 blankets and cover. I would sit in my truck and sweat, take a shower. I don't know why, but go lay down and sweat again. I was literally laying on towels so I wouldn't soak up my bed. It was so sweaty. Yeah. And I would sleep in my jacket and sweats and.
Yeah, no, but that didn't work for me, bro. I mean, it took a while. I had like 3 days, three days of good. Did you get vaccinated?
No.
No,
I still got I do the, what do you call it? Where the antigen test.
Yeah.
For some reason, I still.
Yeah, because you had it.
Everybody, yeah. So it's.
Yeah, I think that's even better, but I don't want to say anything.
Yeah.
I think it's better.
There.
Yeah, because when I got the shot, I got sick again for a whole day and a half, and then I got the second one. I got sick again for a day and a half.
That's been me with every medication. Like I don't take medications unless it's a headache I can't get rid of. I'll take it to Tylenol, but no, I've never taken any flu shots. Only because I had to with work until I found out I could sign off and not take it. And I've always been okay.
Did COVID have a big impact on the reservations?
Yes.
Because of course they had federal mandates and all that. And
still to this day,
the federal mandates don't pertain to the reservations, right? Because
it's our
you
own.
all have your own government.
Yeah, it's our own. But they kind of did follow the mandates. But it got to the point where they did curfews. You still got to wear your masks on the res. It was pretty brutal. Yeah, so they still.
Did you lose any friends or family over there?
A lot of elders. A lot of elders have passed on from it. One of the moms. So when I was 14, 15 years old, me and 3 other dudes, we started our own band, and we used to play in the bars like underage. We used to go to the bars and play. But all the moms, we just kind of call moms, the moms and the dads, because they all took care of us. So one of the moms had passed on from COVID.
Yeah.
Sadie Marks.
Yeah, that's pretty tough, man. And then all the musicians were parked. So, but man, Stevie, it's awesome having you on, man.
Right on, man.
I really appreciate you coming, man.
It's pretty cool. Like I said, when I walked in, I'm like, this is it. I've been here. I see it all the time on your channels, man.
When he walked in and he was like, "Oh, this is it."
Yeah.
This is it. I go, "Yeah, man."
I saw the chair, the big old fancy chair.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. So you get to watch the show wherever you're at over there in San Antonio.
Yeah. I pull it up every now and then.
Yeah, man. I think our fan base is growing. A lot of people like what we're doing. And we're bringing in interesting, I mean, I love bringing like you and Aaron, and then we bring in comedians, and we bring, bring in actors. We bring all kinds of people in, and I'm just intrigued with everything, with everybody.
Right. Yeah, broadens the audience.
Yeah, I'm very inquisitive, man. I like to learn about everybody. It's like I was telling you earlier. I'll bring a guy from the street, and the guy's got stories, and we'll have fun, and it'll be entertaining.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but man, we wish you the best of luck, man. And
for sure.
know, and I had never heard of you, to tell you the truth, bro, until Julian contacted me.
Right.
I don't know how you slipped under the radar, but because I'm in rock radio now.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm spending a lot of time, and then we're doing a lot of other things, but. When I found out about you, I was like, yeah, bring him on, man. Let's bring him on and let's talk to him. And then I saw some of your videos, and I was like, man, this guy's business, man.
Yeah, I'm proud to say I'm known where I want to be known.
Yeah.
That's amongst musicians.
Yeah.
So
that's where the work's at.
Yeah. Then for as far as people, there's a lot of people that don't know me because I'm in the back, and they're always looking at the headliner, which is cool. And
I tell a lot of people and guys that have music and bands and stuff like that, don't ever think that everybody has already found out about you.
Right, exactly.
Because there's always new people. I'm sure there's a lot of people watching right now that are like, wow, they never realized you were in the industry and you were playing with Max Baca and you played with, with Bobby Pulido and you're with Jaime.
Right.
So, and I tell some guys that have recorded some music and it's a little older, right? And they're like, okay, they don't push it enough. Hey, push it every day, dude, even if it's 10 years old, because somebody else is going to see it that hasn't seen it. There's billions of people, bro, and they're all on the internet.
Yeah, man. I mean, the industry's been, like I said, it's really been good to me. I mean, I've done everything from Tejano groups to straight up conjunto groups like Bon Mauricio or the Valley's Bad Boys del Valle.
Mm-hmm.
It's just...
Little Bad Boys del Valle. Bonnie Mauricio, you need to come to the show, bro. I know we've got a lot of great stories that we can relate to, bro. Right. Yeah. Speaking of, I was going to tell you this before we finish the show. One last thing. I was seeing following Intocable, right, on the YouTube.
Yeah.
And I saw that Ricky was over there in California with Don Was, these big time, English market producers. And Don Was is a guy, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever see like a celebration of a certain artist and a band gets together of different musicians and they perform all the music for every person that comes in to sing a song of the artist, right? It's like a bunch of guests.
Yeah.
That band, there's usually a guy with a flat hat and a long beard, and he's playing bass. And he's always in there, and he's the one calling the show. That's Don Was, man, right? So then I see it on the video that, Ricky is handing him a Bajo Sexto, and they're like, well, and they were like, and I was like, I'd like to talk to Ricky about that whole adventure too, man. But, the Bajo Sexto is one of those instruments that's very unique, bro. Mm-hmm. And not easy to play, you know.
Once I explain it to a guitar player, they get the gist of it. Or if I explain it to a bass player will have fun with it. Mm-hmm. So it's a badass instrument.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Stevie Vavages here on #PVT. It was an amazing time with you, man, and I appreciate you coming. And make sure to say hi to Aaron and the rest of the guys.
For sure,
man,
for sure. I'll do that.
I think Jaime's releasing something very soon, right?
Yeah, he actually will be. We're in the middle of recording, laying down the tracks for it, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, and from what I heard, we're going to be premiering it here before anywhere else. All right, that's what Julian said.
Julian,
don't be uploading it, güey.
You better knock it off, Julian.
Mándamelo por el WhatsApp, carnal. Y lo ponemos aquí, carnal. Yeah. But anyway, man, hopefully you guys will come down so we can go check you out, right, babe?
Yeah, yes, for sure.
How far are you from Kingsville?
Oh, that's not too far. Where
About
are you
an hour,
guys?
20 minutes?
Yeah.
We'll be in Kingsville sometime soon. They got a big fest going on. I don't remember the dates.
Órale.
So
I'll look it up. Or send me a text, bro.
For sure.
And that way I can share with everybody, man.
That was it.
Yeah, because, man, that'd be a good... I have a Harley, so, man, if the weather's nice, I'm riding my Harley over there. And we'll go to the... We'll ride to the show, man. That'd be awesome,
That'd be awesome,
baby.
yeah.
But what date is it? You don't know what date it is?
I don't remember the date. Julian, where you at? Jules?
Yeah. But anyway, we'll be looking out for it. And
sure.
Follow Stevie on social media. I tried looking for him, and I couldn't. But
someone's asking, or Dario Puig said he should have brought his Bajo to show.
Well, he did.
I know. Why don't we pull it out?
Yeah, there we go. I forgot about that. Go grab your Bajo, man. I want to see you do some jams, man. All right. Oh, watch out.
Oh, careful.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So we got Stevie. He's going to get up and bring that Bajo Sexto.
Ooh. Shout out to Sergio Gonzalez, Sal in the house, Dario Puig, Iris Cantu, Victoria Garcia, Carmen Benavides, Chris Marie Hudson, Noe Garza, David Santos. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Oh, and JC El Jefe 51 Vasquez. Hey,
Stevie's still sweating.
I know.
You're a sweater dude or what, bro? Put the mic on there so we'll be able to catch the Bajo as well, man.
Okay, there you go.
Wow,
Yeah,
it's a beautiful.
I'll help you. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a lot of hair, so I sweat.
Camera on him, baby.
Yeah, it is.
Whoa, there you go.
Hold on, don't start yet, bro. Hold on. Let me. All right. We back.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an exclusive on hashtag PVT. Stevie Vavages, and he's going to start playing his Bajo Sexto. If I need to move the microphone, I'll get up and move it.
Okay.
But let's do something, bro. Play it on there, man.
Does that sound pretty good? So on the Bajo Sexto, the majority of, like I said, it's accompaniment of the accordion. So the majority of the time, it's just.
Yeah, I want to hear that stuff. Yeah, bro.
So,
Andando en el mar pescando. Pensé mi mente pensando no más de ti. Y luego habré una jaiba. I'm just making up words now, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I mean, what song do I know, baby? Let me see. Which one can I say?
throw it out there.
What do you think, babe?
I don't know. Shoot, I don't know.
Let me let's do El Rey Conjunto style.
Okay.
Una piedra en el camino me dijo que mi destino era rodar y rodar, rodar y rodar, rodar. You do that, baby.
Oh, sorry.
Después le dije a un arriero que no hay pero que llegar primero, pero que tengas que llegar.
Oh my God.
Con dinero, sin dinero, yo hago siempre lo que quiero y mi palabra es la ley. No tengo trono ni reina, ni nadie que me comprenda, pero sigo siendo el rey. All right. Super chats, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Si quieren una request, viéntenla para acá. $25 tip, porque está bien caro el pinche gas. Yeah.
So yeah, it's the Bajo Sexto.
Hey, when you first started, you were doing some rock and roll, right? What was it?
Probably.
Yeah. What should be and what should never be, or something like that, right? Oh no, sanitarium. Yeah. Hold on, brother. I want to find out the next one. All right, we're gonna do that one, bro.
On this one, I can't. It's a different tuning. It's a
Oh
different tuning. We're down
shit,
tuning.
man! Welcome to a time standstill. No one leaves and no one will.
Oh my.
There's that one.
Yeah.
What was it?
Ahí está el intro. Ladies and gentlemen, JDA y los Furiosos. Ahí median de los Furiosos.
I like messing around with different stuff.
Yeah,
So,
man.
I mean, like on this, I've learned like some.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah, a little country. A little bit of everything, bro.
Yeah, I mean, there was a time where our bass player wouldn't show up, and I would plug this into a bass amp. I'll crank up all the highs and all the low end. So when it came to like cumbia,
Hey.
Wow, that sounds good, man. I'm freaking out with the fingers, man. The fretwork. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, sleeping all day long. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, sleeping all day long. You never had a man that ain't no friend of mine. Yeah, a little rock and roll.
Thank you so much to JC El Jefe 51 Vasquez. He sent $50. He said, para tonight's tacos with SRV, Rally, and Rock. Glad to have caught the show. Thank you. That's on the super chat.
SRV, they call you SRV?
Stevie Ray Vavages.
Stevie
SVR,
Ray's
sorry.
your name.
Oh, yeah, no, SRV. Yeah, SRV. Yeah, I was like, wait, no,
Because
no.
SRV
My
is
dyslexia.
Stevie Ray
I know,
Vaughan.
I know,
yeah.
I know.
That's where it came from. My dad actually.
Put the mic up.
So my dad actually.
Is the guitar in front of his face or no?
Yeah,
that
just
helps.
move it a little bit.
Move it. Yeah,
A
there
little
you
bit.
go,
There you go. There you go.
So my dad was actually a Stevie Ray Vaughan fan, and so he kind of made my initials SRV. But the Stevie Ray just kind of popped in later on in life.
Okay.
The Tejano group I was playing with, I would start the song. I would do the Emilio.
Naciste para mí. Naciste para mí.
Yes, sir.
That's a great song, bro.
Yeah,
man.
So I used to play that when I was about 16.
It's
and-
Boston, right?
Yeah.
I remember telling Emilio, oh, you like the Boston song? Yeah.
So our singer at the time would say, all right, whatever this next song is, blah, 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 take it away, Stevie Ray. So that's how Stevie Ray just stuck. So ever since I was 16.
Yeah. And so that's your real name? You don't have an Indian name or anything like that?
No.
Yeah. Is it that's uncommon, right? Or what?
It's there, it happens, but there's a lot of a lot of more traditionals.
Yeah.
So there's some wood there. Oh, actually, Boney, where you at? So Boney, I gave him an Indian name.
What's his Indian name, man?
Walking Eagle.
Walking Eagle?
Because he's so full of shit he can't fly.
Hey, babe, I'd hate to hear my Indian name.
I know, no, but I forget it.
Oh, my dad likes saying his Indian name is Runs with Beer.
Yeah.
So this one I'm playing on is Salinas.
Okay.
Salinas Bajo Sexto. They're out of San Marcos.
Okay.
And me and the owner Jacob, we spoke on it, and man, he put out some good work, man. So if you get a chance, look him up. Salinas Bajos.
Pick it up so that way we can see the design on the bottom a little bit more. A little bit more.
Nice,
there
bro.
you go. Awesome.
So
Yeah, it looks awesome.
So these I had done on there. Of course, my last name. I have a black one as well, Reyes Bajo Sexto. So yeah, it just felt good playing something that's I kind of owned from the ground up.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. You're a great dude, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Eres una persona muy a toda madre, bro. And I know you don't know Spanish, but I said something very good about you.
I catch bits here and there. I catch bits in there.
Come on, bro. If they're talking Spanish around you, you don't know what they're saying?
Not at all. I just
No.
wait for, I just wait for
Because there's
Indio.
people that can tell that know Spanish but don't know how to speak it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bad words at least. Do you know the bad words?
Some, I hear it.
Yeah.
But if they're looking at me saying it, I'm like, all right, what's going on here?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my.
Oh man, it was great having you over, bro, and we wish you the best. And we'll be looking forward, man. Let us know about that Kingsville gig. Maybe
Yeah, so
we'll
we
take
can
our
go check 'em
cameras
out.
over there and check it out. Yeah,
For
I'll
sure.
get a hold of. I'll text Julian when we get off of here.
Jules Johnson on Facebook.
Yeah, Jules Johnson
Dad, friend request him. He loves people.
and shoes.
And shoes.
Ladies and gentlemen, you all have a beautiful evening. We'll see you next week, okay? Wednesday, we have Casey Carter, who is the fitness instructor that was here. He's a big black fitness instructor, man. This guy's a big dude, man. He looks like a running back football guy.
Yes.
And so he'll be here, but the last time he was here, Boaz showed up, and it was like it got kind of overturned a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yes.
JT
Yeah.
Campos. So that's next Wednesday. We're going to bring him back. Next Thursday, we have Jesse Turner, okay? Jesse Turner will be here next Thursday night. Next Friday night, we have Texas country artist Matt Castillo, okay? Matt Castillo is going to be here, and look him up. He's on Instagram, and he's got some music, and he's working on some new stuff as well.
Yes.
So it's going to be awesome to have him down. And we've been following him since he first started.
Yes, we have.
So he's in Austin now, so he's going to come down and we're going to talk to him. And then next Saturday, Ricky Versetti and Savannah are coming. And Ricky was here with Boaz the first time Boaz came.
Yes.
JT, right? And amazing talent. And look him up, Ricky Versetti, Versetti. And look him up on Instagram. Look him up on YouTube with Savannah. And that they're both going to be here, Savannah and Ricky Versetti. It's going to be a Saturday night show.
Yes.
So we've got a really busy week to finish off the month of March.
Very busy.
Okay, all right. And ladies and gentlemen, make sure to behave, and we'll see you out there. And as soon as we find out where Jaime is playing in Kingsville or what date it is, we'll let you all know, so maybe you can hang out with us from that area. If we have any fans in Corpus Christi, Robstown, Rivera, Kingsville, all that area. Alice, también McAllen and
Yes.
Driscoll, and all those little towns, Bishop. That way you can go out there and hang out with us if you're from that area, man. It'd be awesome to be with you all at that festival if we can make it. And we'll let you know if we can, okay? Hey, Stevie, have a safe trip back, man. Make sure to text us when you get home so we can make sure that you made it safe, okay?
Yes.
Thank you guys for having me. Like I said, it's been awesome following you guys, and to be here, it's pretty awesome, man.
It was very,
awesome. Thank
dude.
you.
It was very interesting having you here, man. I mean, yeah, we've learned a lot,
So
you know,
much,
especially like the NFL team stuff,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
dude. I mean, I've never really spoken with a Native American about that situation, and I always, I had my perception was, why would they want to get rid of something that everybody loved and adored, you know? But anyway, so okay,
Now we know.
ladies and gentlemen, you all have a beautiful night. We'll see you.
Bye.
Pórtense bien. And follow me on TikTok. I'm putting up a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh my, of course.
At RocknRollJames 2020. You got to follow me on TikTok because I put a lot of
That's
behind the scenes.
Savages. I'm showing Savages TikTok too.
Oh, okay,
so.
all right. So you can follow him as well. I'm gonna be tagging him on stuff. But I put a
And
clip of
listen to
today. I put a clip of Happy from last night. It's
Oh, yeah, it's
freaking
hilarious.
hilarious.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
So all right, we'll see y'all later.